All right, well, here we go, everybody. I'm back at the site I've been working the last few days, and that is killer. This has been a great dig. Oh, look at this. You have to see how this just popped out of the ground. Crazy. Lots of cool relics from the 1700s that I'm sure you're gonna want to see, so stay tuned. All right, well, here we go. Back at the site I recently found, and you guys have watched the last few days, looking at the relics that we have recovered from the site, and judging by the way the walls are laid out, I'm assuming that this is like a colonial subdivision. Whoever settled here was inside one of the old Grant properties inside the big square, and looking at the relics, they seem to be mid to late 1700s. So, no threatening weather today. I got a couple hours, and I am eager to see what we can find this time around, so let's do it. Well, that didn't take but 20 seconds. I got my first signal. I learned at this site I gotta be careful where I throw my shovel into the ground, because it seems like a lot of the rocks from up there have been shifted down into here. I know the place had been logged at some point in the last 100 years. Who knows what kind of job they did on this site, moving things, and dragging rocks and logs. And we got a button to start. Very cool. And this one has been definitely beaten up over time. Kind of makes it more interesting, doesn't it? It's kind of like one of those ones yesterday. It's green underneath. That's button number 9 for the site. And like I had said yesterday, I'm only working this 20-foot square so far because it's where the activity has been. And look at all the brush on the ground out here. So, potential targets all around. Like right there. Oh, I got my first shard from the site. It's glazed. Nice. Oh, another dandy button. And button number 10. Oh, it's that crazy design again. Wow, and green. So that is remarkable. You know, we have only ever seen one of these come out of the ground in all these years, and this site just produced 3 of them. That is gorgeous. Shank is missing on this one, but the green is exceptional. And that was a weak signal that was under that log you guys saw me move. So right there where the detector is, this has been the zone. I think the logical thing for me to do is move this brush now, in which I'll stack it on the massive trees that are down or the rock wall, obviously places where I cannot swing, but probably smart to do this starting out the day. Another piece of glazed. Looks like the top of something. That's cool. Oh, there we go. Little itty bitty sleeve button. Very good. That was deep. Alright, well, I have a signal under that rock. Look at this thing. It's like strapped down with roots. It's a little bit towards the edge over there. I'm hoping I can dig it out. The one under the threshold stone is right there, so you can see I covered it. But check this out. 79. It's actually kind of big, but I'm going to see if I can get under the edge. Oh, it's big and iron, thin, and under the rock. That one's going to have to wait too. So the last sleeve button made 11 for the site. This one makes 12. And again with shank, beautiful. So far every target has been feet apart. This is wonderful. Geez, that almost looks like a sharpening stone. Take that with me. It's flat enough to be used. Oh, look at that. Another dandy button with shank and our crazy beloved design. Wow, 4 of these. Unreal. Scratchy signal with, you know, the iron and the nails and everything else that's in the ground, but it was peaking for a reason. Well, I'm slowly migrating from down there, where everything's been, up to this. It's hard to say exactly what the layout was here. It's rock lined in this embankment, but it's just a mess. So to me it seems like the house was right there, because that's where the iron bed is and targets, and my assumption is that this was a root cellar. Either way, I just walked up in here and I got another one of those squeaky mid-70s signals. I'm assuming it's a dandy button with what we've seen so far for signals and numbers and targets. Look at this. You have to see how this just popped out of the ground. Look at that. And it's number 5 of our crazy design, and I can feel the shank on the back. Just look at that. It wasn't deep. That's why it's not really super corroded. Wow. There we go. Knife with bone scales. Beautiful. Look at that thing, huh? That's a weak one. There we go. Good. Oh. Mostly complete button. That's number 16 for the site. Good. And you can see here I'm swinging under the trees and everywhere else to dig up anything I hear. And you know, as I pull each button out, button, I never lose contact with the fact that that's something that somebody wore roughly 250 years ago as they roamed these hills. You know, that human contact, and that thing's been sitting static, idle, not moving for probably 200 years without even thinking about it. And just imagine all the stuff that's happened since the time that thing landed in the ground till I pulled it out. That's why every single one of them is awesome. So here's a good example. You can see that log was laying right there. Kicked it aside. I'm glad it's out because roots are brutal. I don't want to have to go deeper. Oh, real small button. Smallest one so far, hiding under that log. You know, I thought I dug a small button earlier. This is even smaller with shank. And I find it interesting. All the small buttons have been down here, moved 10 feet up. All the dandies have been there. But this site, just like so many others, you get to it and you find lots of buttons. We got 2 knives, we got the hewing axe, No shoe buckles, no bells, no thimbles, no coins. Just all buttons down here. I find that very interesting, but then again, this place is kind of strange anyways. I did go up and orbit around the quiet hole. Nothing. Did a little orbit, 2 pieces of buckshot. And I'm guessing there's probably 5 acres of cleared land up there that they improved. So this site is definitely worth getting an orbit going here. I'd like to bring somebody back with me because, again, I'd like to lift that stone. I got to get what's underneath there, but got to wait for somebody's schedule to free up. And we'll make that happen. But there we go. Another button. Yep. Button. Same thing. Down in the small zone. So I just cleared this piece of iron, I don't know if it's from a knife blade or not, out of the ground. And when I stood up, something a bit cleaner right there. This will probably be my last target. I've done my 2 hours and gotta get out of here. But what a great recap this has been. Pewter button. Very good. Shank broken, gone as usual, but still. Well, that was another great dig. Next time here, I'm not sure when it'll be, the approach will be to spread out on the property, see if there's any more odd spots like this. Do some orbiting. Hopefully I'll have somebody with me to move that stone. And just want to say thank you to everybody who watches every time I put up a video. Really appreciate it. Love your comments. And just glad you guys enjoy the format of this channel. So I'll see you all very soon. Till next time, enjoy your Not Thursday. And I wonder about the things that had happened here.